What's up everyone, subscribe to my channel. And today we're diving into one of the most anticipated EVs of the next generation, the 2026 Rivian R2. This is the vehicle that's redefining what it means to be adventurous, electric, and intelligent, all wrapped up in one beautifully sculpted package that feels like the future arrived early. Rivian has always been that brand that doesn't just make electric vehicles, they make experiences. And the R2 isn't just a smaller sibling to the R1S or R1T, it's the heart of Rivian's next chapter, designed to bring the magic of electric adventure to more people with zero compromises. Now, before we dive into the details, hit that subscribe button, smash the like if you love EVs, and drop a comment on what you think about this design, because this one's going to shake up the entire segment. The 2026 Rivian R2 has that familiar Rivian DNA, bold front fascia, the signature oval headlights that look like portals into another dimension, and a stance that screams capability without trying too hard. It's roughly the size of a compact SUV. Think between a Tesla Model Y and a Ford Bronco Sport, but somehow manages to feel bigger, tougher, and way more sophisticated. When you see it in person, the proportions just make sense. The R2 sits on Rivian's next, platform, a slightly downsized version of their R1 architecture, optimized for efficiency and production scale. The body lines are smooth but muscular. The way the fenders flare out ever so slightly hints at the adventure-ready suspension underneath. The door handles are still those flush, beautifully machined pieces, and the attention to detail, even on the door mirrors and roof rails, is stunning. Every inch looks like it's been thought through by people who care deeply about design and utility. Let's talk numbers, because that's what everyone wants to know. The R2 is expected to come in multiple configurations, starting with a dual motor setup delivering around 440 horsepower and an optional tree motor version pushing close to 600 horsepower, 0 to 60, around 3.5 seconds in the top spec, which is insane for an SUV that can also go off-road. The base model still clocks a respectable 5 seconds flat. Range estimates are equally impressive, around 330 miles for the mid-tier version, with an extended range pack pushing close to 370. These numbers make it not just competitive, but a serious threat to Tesla, Ford, and even the luxury EV crowd like the Polestar 3 and the Audi Q8 e-tron. Now, inside the cabin, Rivian has outdone itself again. The R2 interior feels like the perfect balance between adventure gear and high-end boutique. There's a warmth to the materials, recycled textiles, vegan leather options, natural wood trims, but it all feels premium, not just eco-friendly for the sake of marketing. The dashboard is a clean, horizontal layout dominated by a massive central touchscreen similar to the R1S, but refined with sleeker software and faster response times. Rivian's user interface continues to be one of the best in the EV world, elegant, intuitive, and packed with thoughtful animations that make every interaction feel special. The steering wheel has been redesigned, slightly more compact, wrapped in a soft tactile material with customizable haptic controls. The digital cluster behind it gives you all the essential info but never feels cluttered. The front seats are sculpted for long drives, supportive yet plush, and the rear seats fold flat, offering generous cargo space that rivals bigger SUVs. You've also got a front trunk, or frunk, that's practical and perfectly weather-sealed, ideal for charging cables, tools, or that weekend camping gear. And yes, the R2 keeps the Rivian magic alive with a few tricks of its own. The rear glass hatch opens separately, making it easier to access small cargo without opening the full tailgate. The gear tunnel from the R1T isn't here, but Rivian's added smart storage compartments throughout the cabin, plus a new adventure drawer under the floor that slides out for quick access to essentials. It's these kinds of details that make you realize Rivian isn't chasing trends, they're defining them. Let's move to tech. The 2026 Rivian R2 will feature the latest version of Rivian's in-house software stack running on their new high-performance computing system. That means faster processing, better OTA updates, and improved driver assist capabilities. The R2 supports Rivian's next-gen driver assistance suite, which includes adaptive cruise, lane centering, highway pilot with hands-free capability, and smart navigation that dynamically adjusts for terrain and traffic. It's not just about autonomy, it's about confidence and convenience. Charging is another area where Rivian's stepping up. The R2 uses an 800-volt architecture on higher trims, allowing ultra-fast DC charging that can take you from 10 to 80% in just under 25 minutes. On a Rivian Adventure Network charger, it's even faster. Plus, the vehicle supports directional charging, meaning you can power your home, your tools, or even another EV. Imagine that you're out camping, plug in your lights, your grill, even your laptop, all powered by your SUV. That's the future of mobility right there. When it comes to performance, Rivian hasn't forgotten its roots. The R2 still packs that rugged suspension setup, adjustable air ride, and off-road drive modes. You can go from a low, slung highway cruiser to a high clearance trail beast at the tap of a button. Rivian's torque vectoring system gives you precise control on slippery or rocky terrain, and the underbody protection means you can push it without fear. This isn't just a city EV pretending to be tough. It's a real adventure machine built to explore. Sound insulation is excellent, ride quality is buttery smooth, and the handling feels balanced thanks to a near 50 weight distribution. The R2 doesn't float like some EVs do. It feels planted, connected, and alive. And that's something you don't often feel in this segment. Price: Rivian's aiming to make the R2 more accessible. The starting price is rumored to land around $47,000, but don't let that fool you. Once you start adding options, it can easily climb north of $70,000. But you get what you pay for. Rivian isn't cutting corners. It's offering craftsmanship, innovation, and a sense of identity. The R2 feels like an extension of your personality. Adventurous, intelligent, and stylish without shouting about it. And let's be honest, Rivian's community is part of the appeal. You're not just buying a vehicle. You're joining a tribe of explorers, creators, and dreamers who believe the journey matters as much as the destination. The company has also improved service infrastructure, expanded charging networks, and introduced new membership perks for owners, including exclusive events, software benefits, and early access to new features. As we look toward the official release in mid-2026, it's clear Rivian's not playing catch up anymore. They're setting the pace. The R2 isn't a cheaper R1, it's a reimagining of what electric adventure means for everyday life. It's compact enough for urban living, but capable enough to disappear into the wilderness at a moment's notice. It's efficient, elegant, and emotional, everything a modern EV should be. So if you've ever dreamed of owning a vehicle that blends technology, sustainability, and pure driving joy, the 2026 Rivian R2 might just be the one. And trust me, once you see it on the road, it's going to turn heads. Because this isn't just another SUV. It's a statement, a glimpse into where the automotive world is headed, and Rivian, once again, is leading the way. That's it for today's deep dive. Let me know what you think of the 2026 Rivian R2 down in the comments. Would you take this over a Model Y, or maybe even the Polestar 4? I want to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more exclusive car reviews, EV tech breakdowns, and cinematic drives, because we've got so much more coming your way. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, drive electric, and I'll catch you in the next one.